Now, if you have kids, you know, apparently, how much they love the internet. But up until now, children under the age of 13 have not been allowed to open Gmail, YouTube or Facebook accounts. Well, Facebook has a patent application revealing it's looking at ways to allow under 13s into the social networking site. And now Google is looking to tap in on the huge internet traffic generated certainly by these youngsters with Gmail and YouTube accounts specifically designed for preteens. Now, the reports, which I have to say have not been confirmed by Google, have already caused quite a storm. Let's find out more. San Sharma is technology writer and joins us in the studio. Always good to have you with us, San.
Thank you.
Now, my wife and I, we don't have any kids yet.
Yep.
Still practicing. I want to know this, though. 10-year-olds, what 10-year-old needs an email account?
Well, they're doing it anyway. That's the thing, Aaron. They're setting it up by either lying about their age, or their parents are even setting up their Gmail's accounts. Or they're just using some Google services anonymously, like YouTube. You don't need an account to look at videos on YouTube. You do need an account to upload videos.
So there's the whole problem, isn't it? Is confirming because so a kid can get in and open an account and say I'm seeing he or she is 16. Same with YouTube.
That's right. It's not the hardest thing to change the date of your birthday to sign up for an account. But the benefit of these rumored plans from Google is really for parents, so that they have more control over how their kids use Google services and what kind of data is kept about their children.
So, sorry, how would the parents have explained to the dummy here?
Okay, so according to these rumours, Google are going to develop a parent's dashboard so that they would sign up for an account on behalf of their child and give their written consent. Now, we don't know how they're going to give their consent, because it's just as easy for a child to pretend they're their own father or mother than it is for for them to lie about their age. So it could be a telephone call, it could be an old-fashioned fax. We don't know how they're going to do it.
But if it's a telephone call, you could see some kids, right?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Johnny's father. Yeah, I give him permission. But look, some critics will actually say, isn't this Google really just trying to, start collecting the information it wants on us at a very early age? I mean, that's valuable information.
It is, and it's also a sign that mature web services like Google, which has been around for 10 years now, in order to grow, it has to get more users. It has to have lots more new users, and maybe they're going to find that market in the pre-teens. So it's good for Google in the sense that it will be able to collect more information about more people, but is it really good for kids? I don't know.
Is this part of the sort of matured market, so to speak, for the likes of Google?
Yeah.
As you said, there's an untapped new market there, and there's not many other, I guess, markets for the likes of Google?
No, there isn't. And also there's a sort of unknown here, because if kids are using YouTube and Google services anonymously, or if they're lying about their age, Google doesn't know how old they are, how they behave online. So it would help them to have more information about people under 13 using the internet.
Yeah. You can see how it's causing a bit of alarm or a bit of noise at the moment. But again, hasn't even been confirmed by Google, so we'll have to wait and see. Stan, great stuff as always. We appreciate your time. Okay, if you've got kids, I'm sure you know how much they love using or being on the internet. But up until now, creating an account with Gmail, YouTube and Facebook, well, it's been restricted to those under the age of 13. Well, in June, a patent by Facebook revealed that the social networking site is looking at ways to bring in preteens. And now there are reports that Google is looking to do the same with Gmail and YouTube. Let's take a look at this. Gmail already has over 500 million active users, but it is supported by advertising, which could be problematic with the youngsters. And there are concerns about privacy and, of course, collecting data on children or from children. But as technology writer Sam Sharma explains, it is still all of this a very tempting market for internet firms.
Well, 10-year-olds are doing it anyway. They're setting up their own accounts either by lying about their age or by using some of Google's services anonymously. What Google are doing, what Google are apparently doing with these plans, is making it easier for parents to have more control over how their kids use Google services and also how that data is used about them. So they would have to give their consent for their children to set up these new Google accounts if they were to go ahead, which would give them a lot more control, which is good news, I think. But there are obviously some controversies. The privacy groups are concerned, how is this data going to be used, and how, will Google target advertising towards children? Well, I say they won't and they can't, because in America there are really strict rules about this. It's called COPPA, and it's the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which is super strict. So it says you can't target advertising towards children under 13. You can't use data to target them with ads, and you need the written consent of parents. This so far has been a real problem for Google and Facebook, which doesn't currently allow under 13s on their social network. But the fact that Google are apparently willing to go through these hoops and be COPPA compliant means that it's really important market for them. If they want to grow, they need lots of new users, and some of those users may be under 13.
What do you think of that? Follow me on Twitter. Tweet me. I'll tweet you right back. And get me at BBC Aaron. That's it with the business. You're a mama. You gonna let your kids? Would you let your kids have an account?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Those parental controls, privacy issues are very big. But I know just the whole way children speak now is different. When they don't know something, they say, "Oh, I should just go and Google it."
Yeah,
Amazing.
part of the language now, isn't it? Part of the language.
Thanks for being with us.